Hi, third graders. Welcome back to our next reading workshop lesson. Today, we are going to focus on comparing how a particular part of our book, our subtopic that we're looking at, varies from different texts. So what I mean by that is in the different books that you have that you're reading from that's on the same topic, if you were to take one section of it, life cycle, food that they eat, and if you were to read it in each book, they're all going to be set up just a little bit different, right? Each author is going to write it in a certain way that they prefer and what knowledge they have and what research they've done it on. That's why we're looking at a vast majority of different books, because you're able to pull out some different information from each of these different authors. So if you go back to your subtopic list and you choose another topic on there that you want to learn more about, that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So for lesson 18 for nonfiction reading, today we are going to compare the information that is shared in our books on the same subtopic across the different books that we're reading. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. I have my reading notebook or a piece of paper ready for taking notes, and I know that my subtopic that I want to focus and learn more about today are the kind of like more dangerous, poisonous type of frogs. I want to learn more about that. So I have my books ready, and I'm going to start with this book in particular on frogs, our discovery book. And I went to my table of contents and I found the section that probably is most related to poisonous frogs, and it's titled Watch Out. So as I turn there, this is what I'm shown, and it's titled Watch Out, and I see it has these different frogs. All right, and so here's what it says. These colorful frogs may look pretty, but watch out. These frogs have poison in their skin. Their bright color warns enemies not to eat them. So that's how the structure was. But now if I look at the text features, I can see that there's this picture and then there's a label here, and it says poison dart frog. And as I move on, I can see I have another picture with another label, another picture, a label, and then we have a fact up here. And so this is labeled another poison dart frog, and this one is labeled yellow banded poison dart frog. That's this one. And then it says ribbit, and we have a new word, poison. Okay, so that gives us the definition. So again, when I'm gathering information and I want to teach this to someone, they're going to need to know what poison means. So using this, it says something that can kill or hurt living things. All right, so, and when I turn the page, there's a little bit more on these poisonous or deadly type of frogs. So this section I'm going to read, and it says, this little frog that is only an inch long, its name is Terribilis, which means the terrible one. How did it get this name? By being the most deadly frog of all, of course. One Terribilis has enough poison to kill 20,000 mice. So that's another fact. So that would be something that I definitely would want to take notes on right now, so that I could teach someone about this 1-inch little size frog can kill up to 20,000 mice. So that kind of fact, those numbers aren't going to change. So I would take a note and say the 1-inch frog, put the frog's name, and I put how many mice that this frog could kill with the amount of poison in their little body. And then another text feature is up here, and this is actually a little riddle, and it says, what do stylish frogs wear? And the answer says jumpsuits. So a little funny there. All right, so I read from one book about these types of poisonous frogs, learned a little bit more, took a few notes down that I find are important that I want to share with someone else. Now I'm going to take my my next book that I have on the same topic, frogs, and I'm going to go into the table of contents, because remember, I want to learn more about poisonous type frogs. And I see in the table of contents something's labeled deadly colors. So to me, hey, that might be somewhat similar. And as I turn there, deadly colors, I see these pictures. Now I'm already making a few relations here. Remember this frog? Look, he's right there again. So you can see that these authors have some similarities, right? They have pictures of the actual frogs. Now this author labeled the frogs, right? Gave them the names. Did this author? Not necessarily, not on all the pictures, no. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this blurb to you. Deadly colors. Brightly colored skin shows animals that some frogs and toads are poisonous. A bright bird, or any type of bird, might eat a colorful frog, such as this poison dart frog, and become very sick. That bird would learn never to eat a poison dart frog again. Okay, and now I'm going to see the structure of this is set up with a picture and a little caption. That's the structure of how this author set it up. So now let's read that. The poison red-bellied tree frog shows off its bright tummy. All right. Then we have this poison dart frog's bright colors warn enemies not to even try to eat it. And then at the bottom, it says this friendly-looking yellow-headed tree frog makes a nasty tasting treat for birds and snakes. Now here's something I'm wondering, and I might have to do more research on it, right? Might either have to find another book or find something online. When we learned about this frog, okay, he's yellow and little, and this frog is also yellow. I'm wondering, since this author did not label this frog with any name, but this author did, I wonder if this is the same frog or not. So that's where having more books and more resources, I might be able to answer my own question. So now I would go ahead and I would take a few more notes of other things that I want to share that I think are really important from here. I'm taking our new word poison. I definitely would want to include that in my notes so that I could share that with my friend or whoever I'm going to teach this to. So then as a reader, I would then take my third book that I have. I would go and see if there's any more research that I can find on these poisonous type of frogs and add that to my notes. So that's what you're going to do today, readers. You are going to zoom in on one of your subtopics, pick one of those, look up in your different books or on Epic, whatever you're using, to find the research, okay? Take some notes down. You're comparing the same type of subtopic, but in the different books and seeing how did the author share that, okay? What was something new or what are some similarities? And I see some similarities and some differences. So hopefully you can do that as well today. I hope you find some time today to read, 20 to 30 minutes and really focus on your nonfiction reading and keep taking those notes so that we can get closer to presenting all this information to someone. Okay, so proud of you. Have a great day, readers, and I will see you soon.